I want to talk to you now about the benefits of using Find or Find and Replace to save yourself a lot of time and effort when you're working in publications. If you've used a word processing application like Microsoft Word, for example, you've probably used Find and Replace. But it appears in all the applications throughout the Office suite, including PowerPoint, Excel, Outlook even, and of course we can use it here in Publisher. Now when you're working in a publication and you need to change something that reoccurs throughout the document or publication in our case, you can use Find and Replace to save yourself a lot of time, so you don't have to manually search through the publication, look for the words or terms that you need to change, and manually make those changes before you move on to the next. So we're going to use Find, and then we're going to use Find and Replace as well to make some changes in our publication. Now, one area where you wouldn't need to use it would be somewhere like here. You can see in our previous lesson we were using Pub4F here, and we made some changes to the appearance of our text. But take a look at the text itself. We've got an address, we've got phone numbers, we've got fax numbers and emails. All of this information shows up in our business information section that we discussed in a previous lesson. So if you moved and you changed addresses or your phone number changed, for example, you wouldn't need to use Find and Replace in this case. You just go into your business information, make those changes, and they would appear in all your publications. So keep that in mind too, because that's a great time saver. All right, let's get on the same page here. We'll go to the Open button up here on your toolbar, navigate to the Lesson 4 folder of your exercise files, and we're going to open up this one, Pub4G. So give it a click Open, bring it up on the screen. So in our scenario, throughout this publication, we use the term online ordering, and now we want to change it to ordering online. It didn't sound right the other way. So we could go through our publication finding that text and making the changes ourselves, or because it's multiple panels and multiple pages, we can use Find and Replace. So I'm just going to click here at the top of page 1, actually way up here above the top text box. All right, so let's try it out. We'll go up to the Edit menu, and we'll come down to, notice that there's Find and Replace. Find is Control-F on the keyboard. Control-H on your keyboard will open the Find and Replace dialog box. So I want you to see Find first. We'll click Find. You may have noticed too that the icon was a little binoculars, and that binoculars button you might be able to find in one of the toolbars if you've got them activated up here at the top of your screen. So here in the Find or Replace task pane, launches when we chose Find, you'll see that Find is selected, but Replace is right here as well. So if I was to close this, and I'll go up to Edit again, and this time select Replace, you'll see it's the exact same task pane that shows up, but this time Replace is selected. So we can change it from here. Find, just to go to a spot in our document to find something we're looking for, but if we plan on replacing that with something else, then we use Replace. So find what? You can see the flashing cursor. Let's just type in what it is we're trying to find. It's going to be online, and actually we don't need the caps. It's going to find it either way. Online ordering. What we want to replace it with, though, is ordering online with those caps. So ordering online, like so. Notice the buttons now down below. We've got Find Next, Replace, and Replace All. We'll talk about those in a second, but under the Find options, you can match whole word only. So this would be handy if you're searching for a single word like walk. W-A-L-K. Well, if you want to match the whole word only, then you click this checkbox. Otherwise, it'll find walking, walker, and any combination of any word that contains the word walk. Matching case is important only if you want to maintain the same case. Now, I'm going to use all lowercase here, so it's going to find it if it's uppercase, if it's lowercase, or with initial caps. So by doing that, then I can choose what it's going to be replaced with using the caps, and I don't need to match the case. Find Next is just going to take me to the first occurrence of online ordering. So when I click Find Next, you can see this is highlighted over here inside this text box. So if I wanted to change that, I would choose Replace. And when I click Replace, it replaces it and moves me to the next occurrence of online ordering. So let's try that. You can see now it pops over to this text box, and it's highlighted here. I could continue hitting Replace as it goes through the entire brochure, or if I'm confident that I don't want online ordering showing up anywhere in this publication, I can choose Replace All, and it just does them all. And you can see how fast that is. Publisher has finished searching the publication. It's on page 2 now, and I click OK. And now it says ordering online everywhere where it used to say online ordering. Now if I zoom in to the selected text here, I just want you to see that it's got those caps the way I entered them here in the Replace With field. So that's important too. Alright, so we'll just deselect, and that covers Find and Replace.